What if I told you that Michael Jordan could average 40 points per game in today's NBA? Or that LeBron James, if thrown into the 90s, might have been the most unstoppable force in basketball history? What if Steph Curry played against the bad boy Pistons? Could he survive the brutal physicality? Would Giannis dominate the paint in the 90s? Or would he struggle without the spacing of today's game? The game has evolved, but has it evolved past Michael Jordan? Is he still the GOAT? Or is it time to crown a new king? We're breaking it all down. MJ versus today's NBA right now. Let's be real, we could debate the eras all we want, but when it comes to sheer dominance, Michael Jordan didn't just win. He made sure his opponents never forgot who destroyed them. He wasn't just great, he was a force of nature.
Michael Jordan at his best, there's very few people on this planet that can do this.
The resume speaks for itself. 6 NBA championships, never lost in the finals. 6 finals MVPs, best player on the court every single time. 5 league MVPs, undeniable greatness. 10 scoring titles, most in NBA history. Defensive player of the year, while leading the league in scoring. Think about that. 9-time all-defensive first team. Locked down opponents night after night. Highest career PPG in NBA history. 30.1 PPG. And here's the thing, he wasn't just winning, he was breaking people mentally.
He was single-handedly beating the Dream Team opponents.
And Davis with him, he doesn't need him.
He took every little slight personally. Trash talk? That was fuel. A bad game? That meant war the next night. Jordan wasn't just a basketball player, he was a killer on the court. You didn't just play against him, you felt his presence. Larry Bird once walked off the court after Jordan torched the Celtics for 63 points and said, "He's God disguised as Michael Jordan."
MJ dropped 63 in the playoffs.
He gets 63.
Michael had 63.
That wasn't Michael Jordan out there. It was God disguised as Michael Jordan.
Magic Johnson? Even he admitted, there will never be another Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan is so incredible. There'll never be.
That's not just respect. That's acknowledgement from his greatest rivals that what he did was different. So, could today's NBA surpass Jordan? Or is the GOAT debate already over? Let's keep this conversation going. Okay, now, is Michael Jordan still the greatest of all time? Or has LeBron James finally taken the crown? We're diving into the ultimate GOAT debate, breaking it down by the categories that matter most. So, grab your popcorn, because we're about to settle this once and for all. Let's kick things off with the most basic question. Who scores the most? Michael Jordan was a bucket. 30.1 points per game across his entire career. The highest average in NBA history. The man was a scoring machine, and every time he stepped on the court, he had one goal: put the ball in the basket.
If Jordan wants to average 50, if he was playing his era, I think he averages.
Now, LeBron James might not have that "I'm gonna score 50 every night" mentality, but the king is the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. And sure, LeBron only has one scoring title to his name, but that's because he's been too busy making his teammates better and locking up wins.
What he does every single day to be able to be at the top.
So, who wins this one? Jordan's killer instinct gets the nod here, but LeBron's efficiency? You can't deny that he's a model of consistency and effectiveness. The battle's close, but Jordan edges it out with his relentless scoring mindset. Passing and playmaking, LeBron or Jordan? Now let's talk passing. You already know LeBron is a generational passer. We've seen him drop no-look dimes, make ridiculous reads, and even throw full-court passes like he's on another level. He's got that Magic Johnson vibe, always thinking a few moves ahead. But Jordan wasn't the same kind of passer. While he averaged just over 5 assists a game in his career, he wasn't exactly looking to rack up dimes. MJ was all about scoring first, passing second. So, who takes this one? LeBron all day. His vision and playmaking are next level, and that's why he gets the nod here. Okay, let's talk defense. You can't be the GOAT without locking up on the other end of the floor. And Michael Jordan? He was a defensive beast. 9-time all-defensive first team and a Defensive Player of the Year award. He wasn't just stopping guys, he was embarrassing them. LeBron, on the other hand, is no slouch. He's had some ridiculous chase-down blocks, and he's capable of locking up top players when he's fully engaged. But let's be real, his defensive effort's been inconsistent at times, especially in comparison to MJ's all-out every-play intensity. Who wins? Jordan by a mile. He was a true lockdown defender with a mindset that matched his offense. When the game's on the line and you need someone to hit the shot, who are you picking? Michael Jordan is 6-0 in the finals, never needing a Game 7 to win a championship. The man was clutch personified. Whether it was his iconic shot over Craig Elo or that flu game performance, MJ delivered when it counted. LeBron, though, has had his fair share of clutch moments too. That block against Andre Iguodala in the 2016 finals? Iconic. But sometimes, he's been criticized for passing when people think he should have taken the shot. So, who would you want with the ball in the final seconds? MJ all day. The man's flawless when it comes to closing games. No question. Let's wrap this up. It's been a crazy ride. But when you stack everything up, scoring, passing, defense, clutch performances, Michael Jordan still holds the edge. His dominance, his mindset, and his impact on the game are still unmatched. Sure, LeBron is an all-time great and has certainly carved out his own legacy, but when it comes to being the GOAT, Jordan still holds the crown, at least for now. A lot of people ask, would Jordan dominate today's game? The answer? 100% yes, and here's why. Some argue Jordan wasn't a great three-point shooter, but in 1996, when the NBA shortened the line, he shot 42% from deep, proof he could adapt. In today's era, where players refine their shooting, do you really think MJ wouldn't? Just look at DeMar DeRozan. Mid-range killers still dominate. Imagine Jordan playing with no hand-checking and more spacing. A guy who thrived in the most physical era would tear today's defenses apart. He put up 30 points per game in the brutal 90s, battling tough defenders and hard fouls. In today's game, with softer defense and more free throws, 35 to 40 PPG sounds about right. Final verdict? Jordan wouldn't just survive. He'd dominate. No debate. And now let's flip the script. What if today's stars had to play in the 90s? Steph Curry. Could he handle the bad boy Pistons defense? He'd still be elite, but he'd take way more punishment.
I mean, Steph, come on, man. This guy is from a different planet.
He'll go down as the best shooter.
Giannis. He's strong, but the hand-checking would slow him down. Could he develop a better jumper?
Drives to the basket, rejected by Giannis. Get that out of here.
Kevin Durant. Would his slim frame survive constant physicality? He'd still be great, but it'd be tougher. Some stars would thrive, like LeBron and Giannis. Some would struggle, like Curry and KD. Picture this, Michael Jordan, the ultimate competitor, stepping onto the court against today's biggest superstars. Who really has the edge? LeBron has the size, strength, and all-around game, but MJ's killer instinct and defensive grit? Unmatched. This one would be a war. KD's length and smooth jumper make him nearly unguardable, but Jordan's relentless defense? That's a problem. If anyone could slow Durant down, it's MJ. Curry can drain shots from anywhere, but how would he handle 48 minutes of Jordan in his face? MJ would make life miserable for Steph. Giannis dominates with size and power, but would Jordan try to stop him? Nah, that's what Scottie Pippen is for. Jordan would focus on making Giannis work on the other end. Jordan wouldn't just hold his own. He'd win most of these matchups because his two-way dominance, killer mentality, and defensive tenacity are unlike anything today's stars have ever faced. After breaking down the battles, the question remains, who truly stands at the top? Jordan's case, the ultimate competitor, scoring machine, 10-time scoring champ, unstoppable in the clutch, elite defense, 9-time all-defensive first team, a two-way nightmare, winning mentality, 6-0 in the finals, never needed a Game 7. LeBron's case, the all-around king. Longevity like no other, 20-plus years of dominance, still elite at 40. Playmaking genius, a forward with the vision of a point guard. Versatility, can play and guard all 5 positions. So after breaking it all down, scoring, defense, clutch factor, and overall impact, one thing's clear. Michael Jordan's dominance, mentality, and winning legacy still set the gold standard. But LeBron's longevity, versatility, and all-around greatness make this debate closer than ever. Could MJ dominate today? No doubt. Could today's stars survive in his era? Some would thrive, others would struggle. But now, it's your turn. Who's the real GOAT? Drop your pick in the comments. And if you made it this far, you're clearly a real one. So don't just sit there. Smash that like button like MJ hitting a game winner. And subscribe so you don't miss the next epic debate. Because let's be real, this GOAT talk never stops. And neither do we.